We're Reading's hip-hop station, the all-new Loud 98.5. You're getting loud with H Vidal. We're PA's new home of the Breakfast Club. And as you all know, March is Women's History Month, and today we are incredibly honored to shine a spotlight on a woman who has left a massive and positive impact right here in our community, the one and only Crystal Gilmore Harris of Reading, Pennsylvania. Now, Crystal is a proud graduate of Reading High School, and for years, she has dedicated her passion and energy to being inspirational cheerleading coach. Her commitment goes far beyond the sidelines. It's about mentoring young people, building confidence, and shaping future leaders. She truly has transformed the lives of many in our city, and her dedication is a testament to the power of local heroes. She currently serves as Community Outreach Coordinator for our very own Senator Judy Schwank, who I absolutely love. Please join me in welcoming a huge warm welcome to a woman whose spirit and leadership elevate our entire community, Crystal Gilmore Harris. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, how are you?
Phenomenal. It's so good to see you. Thanks for taking the time to come in and
it is always amazing to spend time with you, and I am honored to be here.
Let's talk about Red Knights.
Okay.
That DNA of being a Red Knight. Now,
that is me.
You are the definition of Reading High through and through. You went from wearing the uniform as a student to leading the squad for decades, and I've watched you in action. You're so passionate with it. Now, when you look at the cheerleaders on the sidelines, right, do you see the reflection of that young girl, that young Crystal, who I went to high school with, by the way, from years ago? And how has the spirit of a Red Knight evolved since you were a graduate?
So let's start with, as I watch my squad now versus the squad I cheered on, the dynamics are so different. When I cheered back in 1980s,
something,
I was a minority cheerleader, but now I'm coaching minority young women. That right there is the big difference. So when I look at this squad, I see not just one Crystal Gilmore Harris, I see several Crystal Gilmore Harrises on the sideline. And that makes me happy, only because times have changed.
Yeah.
Squad has changed, and the needs and the production has changed over the years. But it's amazing to watch them grow, and it's amazing to watch the program grow, because I know the program all too well because I cheered, I watched over the years, and then I came in and we took over. And the coaching staff that I have, you know, my daughter, Chantel, my goddaughter, Diamante, my best friend of 50 years, Andrea, Steph Greer, who I coached. Alexis, who I coached.
Wow.
Jeremy, who I coached. And Jasmine, who I coached. See the pattern?
You built it from the ground up.
Built it from the ground up, and they watched me. So now I can walk away with grace and pride that they will take over and they will carry the torch and keep Reading High cheerleading in the same fashion that it currently is in, where we win on and off the court and the field.
I love it. And just the mere fact of watching you build that temple of coaching.
Absolutely.
You know, from the time you started.
Absolutely.
And then just building it over decades and decades. And, you know, it just gives me goosebumps. Let's talk about the Gilmore lineage.
Okay.
Now, we can't talk about your impact without talking about the foundation, your lovely mother, and of course, your amazing father, who has been an impact in my life, the legendary Danny C. Gilmore Sr. He is a name that commands respect in this city. What was the most important lesson about community service and leadership that you caught from him just by watching how he moved in Reading?
Don't leave anyone behind. You know, I watched my dad. I remember we had a green Tornado. And my dad would pile the back of that car with 6 or 7 people just to get every kid to the next game when we cheered, and he coached the Northwest Athletic Program. My dad believed that if you weren't part of the solution, you were part of the problem.
That's right.
You know, my dad taught us, don't come to me with a problem and a complaint if you don't have a way to solve that problem or that complaint. You know, I watched him take food sometimes off our table to make sure someone else would eat. So I learned that you can't judge a book by its cover. You have to turn a few pages. You have to get to know that person as an individual, then figure out what their need is, and then create a solution to help them. Once you do that, you not only empower yourself, but you empower the individuals that you are dealing with, because they understand that no matter what, they can come to you, no matter what, they can count on you, and no matter what, you are going to do whatever you can to move them forward to be the best that they can be. You know, I always tell people that I have built a masterpiece of a puzzle that each time I help a kid, I can plug in. And the puzzle that I'm leaving behind is one that I can be proud of and one that I know will carry its own weight even when I'm gone. And that's something my father taught me. Pretend like people are watching you every day, all day, even when you think you're in the comfort of your own home.
That's right.
Because you never know who's watching you.
Talk about it.
And it has proven to me that I'm watched more than I ever thought I was.
Baby.
And I'm talked about in rooms that I'm sure I don't want to know what's being said. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep showing up. And I'm going to keep fighting for this community because, see, I was born and raised here and I've been doing it for a very long time.
Yes.
And just because I'm not coaching doesn't mean I'm done.
There's so much I want to say there, but we're going to save that for another talk show. Let's switch gears. On coaching as mentorship. Now, people have seen the cheers, they've seen the routines, but for you, those decades on the sidelines were clearly about more than just a game. How do you use the cheer program as a classroom to teach the young women about life, discipline, and carrying themselves with the dignity that a pillar of the community requires?
Right. So, you know, our program is slightly different. I'm not all about winning competitions. I'm all about winning at life.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
I can get them all a trophy for participation anytime I want. But if I can get them a trophy at being successful once they leave me, we all win.
Right.
Because they're our future. Our program is that of when we walk into that gym, if something is going on in this country or in the world or anywhere, that's how we start our practice. Did you hear what happened? How do you feel about it? And I allow them to use their voice because I'm training them right now that the most powerful thing that you own, and I'll say that again.
Talk to them.
The most powerful thing that you own is your voice.
That's right.
And if you don't learn how to use it, you will lose it. And if you don't know how to use it to make sure that no one can close a door on you, I haven't done my job. And the kids that come through my program, they show up and they show out, even when they're not cheering. And that's what we love the best about our program. I could build a bunch of cheerleaders and I could have a bunch of trophies and I could have a bunch of awards on the wall that said we won this competition and that competition, but we're winning the competition of life.
Yes.
My kids go to college and they're successful and they know where they come from and they remember to pay it forward. That's how we make this community great. It's not about individuals.
That's right.
It's not about one person's name being in lights versus another person. I make sure every kid's name is in lights on my squad because I'm the first one to say yes, but not the last. And I give them that opportunity to understand if I say yes to you and you show up every day and just give me your best, we're all going to win.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Crystal Gilmore Harris, I'm coining this right now. Y'all remember this moment as I'm saying it. You are officially the Michelle Obama of Reading. I'm standing on it.
I will take that.
You understand?
You want to know why I would take that? Because our country is desperately trying to destroy and wipe away the history of black women.
Right.
Well, let me tell you something.
Come on now, cook.
Let me tell you something.
Cook.
This black woman will never lose her voice. This black woman will never stop teaching and being impactful and empowering the young people of this community. And if it has to be of this world, then so be it.
That's right.
So I'll take Michelle Obama.
Yes, baby. Yes, yes,
I'll take
yes.
that.
Listen, for the sake of time, we got to wrap it up. So I got a few rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Name your favorite spots to unwind and eat in Reading.
So that's a tricky question right now because this girl has gotten herself a boyfriend who knows how to cook. And George Gross makes sure when I come home from work that there's dinner already prepared for me. So I've gotten a little spoiled, but I would probably hang out at Franklin's to get a milkshake.
Nice.
Or I would go to Earl's to grill and chill to get some wings or tacos. And hey, everybody in Reading has to get a Screpsy Screpsy sandwich.
Yes, yes.
So they would probably be my places to go.
Top 3 favorite rappers. Who you got?
So this was a tricky one for me because I'm an R&B girl, but I would go with Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, and MC Lyte.
I dig it. I dig it. Let's talk about rap groups. Who's your top 3?
Okay, this was harder for me. Salt and Pepper, of course. Got to give homage to the women. Sugar Hill Gang, because that's who I started with, and that's right. What I learned rap was about. And, you know, KRS-One, like, You know, come on. They were educators. They weren't just rapping. They were teaching us about life. So I have to give them a shout out.
Those are some very, very good. So KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions.
Boogie Down Productions.
Yes. I love that. I might have to get that inside the Back of the Day mixtape at 12 noon.
Yes.
Just for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you for, mentioning my father, because I sat at an event about a week ago where they talked about the history of Berks County. And they didn't mention the Gilmore name. They didn't mention the Gilliard name. They didn't mention the Key name. They didn't mention the names of the people that are Black in this community. Didn't even really have any pictures of Black people in their slideshow. That was very painful and hurtful. So what I know we need to do is keep teaching and reminding people who really had an impact in this city and in Berks County.
Yes.
And I may get in trouble for that, but guess what? Sometimes you have to get in good trouble, and I plan on doing that.
I love that for you, and I had to mention your father because every time that I tell my story, your father's name comes up in conversation. Your father played a big part in my career as a DJ.
Right.
He gave me, for those who don't know, Danny C. Gilmore Sr. Gave me a shot. He was part of an organization called the Iron Men.
One of the originals.
And we could be here all day talking about this, but I'm going to land a plane. I promise. I'm going to land a plane.
All right, here we go.
Him and a group of other men, they saw something in me, and they said, look, we're going to put you in at the Legion on 3rd Street, down the street from your grandmom's house, and we want you to DJ this teen dance. I think it was like $1 at the door.
$1 at the door.
And I got my first gig.
Right.
Because of your father. So I will forever be indebted to that. And you will always be special to me. You and your brother.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We're doing our best.
Yes. Thank you again so much for stopping by.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
See, all new Loud Radio, baby. The Back of the Day mixtape's up in minutes. Don't move.